is a day in the life of Archie Kelly, Manchester City fan. I've been a City fan as long as I can remember, really. Junior school, you had to pick whether you wanted to play in the blue team or the red team, and I chose the blue team. You don't change your club, do you? Like Wayne Rooney said, you know, once a blue, always a blue. Just stopped off here at the old main road ground. Spent many a Saturday here as a young lad. The old main road social club. Some of the players used to put on pantomimes and stuff like that, and Robbie Williams, his dad, used to play in there, and I sang in there a few times years ago. And this estate here is where the old ground was. Used to be in the middle there. Most of us didn't used to wear socks because Rodney Marsh never wore socks, and a couple of years later I realised that that's what had caused me athlete's foot. Now we're at the Lancaster Club in Broadway, Chadderton, where we meet before the game. Going to the match today with my brother Kevin. Hello, hello Kev. And say it's the Lancaster Club. It was named after the Lancaster bomber that was made by A.V. Rose. Unusual that. Hi Kevin, usual. All right, 2 pints. Yeah, but this always done them for us. Cheers, Clark. Thank you very much. Unusual. That's service, isn't it? Well, it's usually packed out in here, and Saturday afternoon before the game, people come in and have a drink. Prediction for today then?
3-1 City.
3-1 City. You think they'll score?
Oh, yeah.
Turncoat. I don't know if you know this, but since we were taken over by Thaksin Shinawatra a few years ago, the former Thai Prime Minister, as you go through the turnstiles now, because you get a relaxing massage off the girl on the turnstile. Is that true? No. No, all right, fair enough then. See you later. Up the Blues!
Mears, cleared by Lescott. They're appealing for a penalty. It's been given. And Graham Alexander gives Burnley the lead.
Never a penalty in a million years.
Eagles. And Fletcher can't miss for 2-0.
Now 2-0 down.
Sean Wright-Phillips with City needing inspiration, and he's provided it.
We've got a goal back before half time. It's 2-1 now. So we can't play any worse than we did in the first half.
Hoisted long by Barry Lescott for Toure! 2-2. Wright-Phillips, Tevez has missed it, but Bellamy hasn't, and City have turned it round. Nugent's ball in, Fletcher, McDonald! 3-3, 3 minutes from time.
So that's a day in the life of a Manchester City fan, and that is a typical day. You never know what to expect with City, what team's going to turn up. There's no team turned up today. Thanks, John Motson in the background there. They put me hood up. I'm not getting wet as well.
Joe, I would love to walk into a pub and then know my drink and it be on the bar. That would just be absolutely perfect. Football Punk have done Carlos Tevez for the next issue, haven't they?
Yes.
What was he like? Oh,
what a fantastic man. You know, we had to... It's a real struggle getting time with some of these people, but he was fantastic. A great character who's come from a really shocking background. He was talking about sometimes walking to school and seeing dead bodies on the street. You know, this fella has really lived it. He's come from the ghetto, and he deserves all the rewards he gets. You know, and he's an eco-warrior. He's a rock and roll star. He's everything. You know, rolled into one.
But he still left United for City. So how do you? I mean, I was quite surprised the United fans gave him so much stick when he went back.
It's because he's a quality player, but there wasn't really the end product. If we're honest, I think he scored 4 or 5 goals last year. So if we're looking at the result at the end of the day, which for a striker is scoring goals, he wasn't up to it. And so I'm very happy for Manchester City to have him.
Has the Manchester City money changed the rivalry? Because City probably would like to think it's put them a little bit closer to level pegging with United.
Well, I suppose it's intensified it. But I think, like Liverpool, if they beat Manchester United and we win the league, I'm happy.
If.
As far as Burnley are concerned, at their first away point?
Yeah, it's all about survival for them. It's as simple as that. And I think what they will have the opportunity to go to these big places and give them a bloody nose. That's what it's all about. And they did that. 2-0 up and back to 3-3. They showed a lot of heart, but can they last the distance? Going to be the big ask.
I mean, City haven't conceded masses of goals. They're still up there with, you know, the top teams in the Premier League in terms of conceding. I think it's 14 against them. But is there a concern for you about City's defending?
Most certainly. I think clearly they've got the players, they've got the talent. I think it's just working as a unit going forward. But one or two players are showing, you know, not great form, I have to say. Wayne Bridge.
Bridge.
Alan Hansen hammered Wayne Bridge on Match of the Day last night, and he seemed to hammer him for trying to get forward, which, as a fellow left-back, I mean, in the modern game, getting forward is a huge part of being a full-back. Obviously, you never played in the modern game, but you know what I mean.
Well, anyway, OK.
I'm really sorry. Please come back.
Last night, because I actually watched Real Madrid last night.
Right.
OK, fullback. They don't play with fullbacks. They have wingers way up the pitch. Different styles and different ways of playing. But I do believe certainly in the Premier League you need to have a solid back four. However, there's times to go forward and times not to. So let's politically put it like that. Don't you start that boy with me. No, I'm telling you.
Richard, because you were quite happy to join in there against Wayne Bridge. What did you make?
It's just decision making. You know, when you're coming out from full-back, you do it when you're out wide and not when the other team is pressing. And he came out from a more central position. His first touch was terrible, and they're in again, you know. But he's still a top-quality left-back. He'll still go to the World Cup because Capello's got a shortage of left-sided players, and Bridge can play on the left side of midfield as well.
So I should come back. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah.
Things aren't that bad. Don't worry.
You don't want Ashley Cole injured, though.
No.
He's fantastic.
I'll give you a chance to get your own back here. Do you want to do the socks now? Do you want me to go to the...
No, I really want to do the socks because, of course, Rodney Marsh was, you know, very famous for not wearing socks, and Archie Kelly said in the thing that he said they all used to go without socks. Did you never consider that?
Can I just explain? I need to explain what happens. I went to watch my little boy.
You do that instead of a personality?
No, I went to watch my little boy play football this morning.
And slowly socks.
I needed some warm socks to watch him because it was cold. I forgot to bring a different...
They're not warm, they're quite thin.
These are warm. I forgot to bring a different pair of socks.
That's the worst excuse I've ever heard.
That is the fact.
We want to see the vest and underpants now.
No, we don't. Coming up.
Right, coming up. Where's a beach ball when you really...